All right, everyone, there's a link in the description, archived, of course. I agree with this article in sum and substance. There's a qualifier here, so, don't jump down my throat until you've at least watched the first couple of minutes, please. That happens a lot. I agree. Don't target all women just because of some fanatic feminists. This goes both ways, by the way. Women, please understand. Not all men are misogynist. You're being told by the media that that's the case. It's not actually the case. The same, though, fellow men, is true of women. Not every woman is a fanatic feminist on the far left who votes straight Democrat and everything like that. You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater at some point. Not everyone is a radical feminist. Not everyone is a misogynist. Again, it goes both ways. This is the same for race, too. Not every white person hates black people or people of non-white skin color. I know that I don't. I got along quite splendidly with all the black people that I met in New Orleans. Not every black person is playing the knockout game. Not every Asian is a Chinese spy or something like that. All of these stereotypes have been developed effectively by politicians in order to get you to vote for them. So you have to have an other. You have an us and a them. And that's the way that they do it. This is the way that politics works, unfortunately, much to our detriment. And so they try to get people fighting with one another. All you have to do is scrabble together 51% of the population. Well, you just won the election. So, hey, I pandered to college-educated women and black people and the Asian minority in my community. I was like 52% of the population, so I won. I pandered to white males and to males in general, and then, the Jewish minority in my community. I got 52% of the vote, so I won. This is the way that they do it. They're trying to control you. This is not about liberation in any way, shape, or form. Women are perfectly wonderful. Beyond wonderful, actually, as I have experienced myself. I agree. This article is fundamentally correct. Not every woman out there is a third wave feminist. Now, there is another side to the story, and that's the sometimes relatively inauthentic, like cottagecore sort of stuff. Now, some women are genuinely into that. They simply say, hey, I want a dude to make the money, and in return, I give him sex, of course, and that's rather important. And I'm taking care of the kids and making meals and stuff like that. There are some women that are genuinely into that. There is also a sort of aesthetic offshoot in which women pretend that they're into that sort of thing, but they're actually like crazy. I've witnessed this myself, just so to speak. But there are women that simply want to sew and make food and stuff like that and take care of the kids. They do actually exist, believe it or not. Yes, indeed. Of course, I couldn't be in such a lifestyle, strictly speaking, because sometimes I want to be the one that's cooking. I inherited the cooking gene from my parents. My mom makes like casseroles and baked goods. I can't really bake, but I can make good dumplings. My dad does the soup and sandwich sort of thing, and somehow I learned how to make like Indian food and stir fries and shit like that. And I love cooking. Oh, it smells awfully good, but I've got to do it my way, of course. I modify the recipes a little bit. But yes, targeting all women simply because a handful of women are engaged in disingenuous behavior makes no sense. Men, I will tell you the same thing about you. You are targeted explicitly by the legacy media for having a dick, for having a Y chromosome. Is that any more unfair than what women have to go through at the same time? We're in the same boat together. We're the 99%. It's the rich and powerful that are doing this. They're targeting women, they're targeting men, they target the white man, They target the black man. They target the lesbian. They target the gay dude. They target the Jew. They target the Muslim. They target literally everyone because all they want is to get into power. That's the only thing that's on their mind. And they're not trying to liberate you. Most of the so-called men's rights activists, oh yeah, that's really gonna go over well. Same with feminism. It's a bunch of bullshit. Feminism is bullshit. We should simply all be individuals. That's the only thing that matters. You are your own person. You are encapsulated within your own physical vehicle, so to speak. Do your own thing. Be what you want to be. I mean, I decided to become a pirate. It was funny at the time. It's still funny now, but it was then as well. I happen to be male and white. I have a dick, and so forth. I'm straight. Well, that doesn't define me. That's not who I am as an individual. As an individual, I'm Tarl Warwick. I'm Styx Hexenhammer. That's who I am. Nothing else. It doesn't matter that I'm male. It doesn't matter that I'm white. If I was black, I'd still be Tarl Warwick. I'd still be Styx Hexenhammer. If I was female, well, I guess I probably wouldn't have been named Tarl, but, at the same time, maybe I'd be, Teresa or something like that. Well, that's perfectly fine, but I would still be an individual human being. I have my own goals. I do my own thing. I don't need anyone's permission. That's the whole point. This is what I believe, at least as a classical liberal, I suppose. But they're clearly trying to split men and women apart. There's a political reason for this. The same as they try to split white man, black man, Asian man apart. They're trying to get us to fight each other so they can control us more effectively. That's quite clearly exactly what's happening. That's about all. Peace out.